Wait. What? What? Wait. No. Did I read this right? This guy lied to get my number. Is this clickbait?
I ended up going to sleep that night, and when I woke up the next morning, I noticed I had a notification on my phone from a random number. Curious, I opened my phone and I see 2 new messages. And when I read them, I was in utter disbelief. This is Marvin. Huh. This man got my number, dog?
Yo. Kind of tough.
So the year is 2023, during the spring semester of my freshman year of college. And I've almost completed my first full year of moving from good old Maryland all the way down to Columbia's South Kakalaki. Now this year brought many new and interesting changes in my life, to say the least. But one of the more notable ones would be I had joined my university's choir. That's right, Uncle Pip was indeed a choir boy, first tenor.
I remember when I was a choir kid. I was in the middle school.
Now, to say I joined this choir for the love of the game would be a complete lie. I joined it for one, maybe 2 main reasons: scholarship money and the women. Now, the money.
Real talk. Hey. Real niggas know real niggas know. If you know, you know, nigga.
Plenty and abundant. I was able to pretty much cover the rest of my tuition with it. And the women, well, quite the opposite. See, I went to an HBCU, so on my first day of walking in the choir, I thought I was gonna see beautiful, singing, southern black mamas. You know, the type to church hymns all big in a pie and letting it cool in the window. The type to call you sugar and darling.
Who really does that?
But when I
Who really puts pie in the window? I've never heard that.
Walked in, all I saw was a bunch of taco meat and no shells. A 12-pack of hot dogs and 2 stale buns, if you're catching my drift. Dudes. It was just straight dudes. But even still, I met some really good friends and some really good people that I love till this day. Generally, I was a fan of just about everyone. Everyone except this guy. A guy we're gonna call Marvin. See, now Marvin was this over-the-top type of personality. The type to show up late so all eyes would be on him. He was also the type of guy to argue with the choir director about how his part should be sang, even though she was the one with a degree. Just that type of guy.
Wow.
If there was a tension in the room, he was gonna find it. Also, Marvin played for the other team. Now, quick disclaimer. I have zero problem if you played for the other team. In this life, we are given free will, and however you want to use it is your prerogative. The reason I mention it though is because it's important later on in this story, and something I found out firsthand. Every year at the end of the spring semester, the choir would sing at graduation, and as a token of her appreciation, my choir director would always take us out to dinner, a place called California Dreaming, for those of y'all familiar with the South Carolina area. When we would go to this restaurant, we always sit together at this huge table and just enjoy each other's presence. Well, this year in particular, I sat next to Marvin. Like I mentioned earlier, I generally got along with most people in this choir, and even though I wasn't necessarily a huge fan of Marvin, I didn't mind sitting next to him. So when I saw the arrangement, I thought nothing of it, just proceeded as normal. Eventually, as dinner progressed, people started getting up for whatever reason, and it ends up just being 4 of us sitting down. One of those 4.
Hey, here's a method, right? Wait until a nigga goes to the bathroom and steal his seat, man. But you can't be like, oh, I'm just sitting. You gotta go to the bathroom first. Act like you're going to the bathroom. Wash your hands or something, and come back and steal a seat. I'm telling you, method never fails.
Marvin. And as I'm sitting there waiting for everyone to get back, Marvin suddenly turned to me and started asking me a million questions.
Oh, heck.
Do you drive? Where are you from? Do you have any plans this summer? Now usually, these are innocent small talk questions, but the way he was asking them was just different. The immense eye contact, the slight change in his voice, the subtle jokes he was trying to slide in. It sounded like something I would do when I was sliding on a shorty. But not trying to assume, I decided to just be brief on my answers and move on. After a while, everybody comes back to the table, and we eventually get on the topic of our school's wrestling team. Now, for those of y'all who are new to the channel or don't know, I wrestled all 4 years of college, and I take great pride in that. So when they brought up my squad, I was talking my junk. But as I'm rambling on about the team, Marvin speaks up and asks a question that all but confirms my suspicions from earlier. So Quincy, why do you think we come to the wrestling matches? I don't know. Probably because we actually win, unlike our football team. Wow. Why else? Oh no.
It's always the football team, man. They're always bad. It's either the football team's very good or they're just trash. It's never in between.
We don't come there for that. We come there to look.
Get this nigga gone, bro.
What do you mean, look? You know what I mean. Look. Honestly, I couldn't wrestle. Because if a gets in my face, I'ma like it.
I would have smacked this nigga right then and there.
He definitely tried to push up on me. When he said that, I knew I had to get up.
Hey, I don't like dissing niggas' art, but my nigga, you kind of messed yourself up a little bit.
I excused myself to the bathroom so fast and dang near camped out in there for the rest of dinner. Eventually, dinner ends, and my choir director drives me and Marvin back to our dorms. And as I get out, I tell both of them to have a great summer. I figured that since it was the end of the year anyway, there was no need to harp on what just happened, and I could just simply forget about what took place in the restaurant and move on with my life. And that's what I did, until I realized it wasn't gonna be possible. I ended up going to sleep that night, and when I woke up the next morning, I noticed I had a notification on my phone from a random number. Curious, I opened my phone and I see 2 new messages. And when I read them, I was in utter disbelief.
What was it?
Marvin. Hi. This man got my number.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Block this nigga right now. Block him.
Number dog. Like, how did I was flabbergasted. I guess me camping in the bathroom wasn't a big enough hint that I was definitely not interested. In the middle of the panic, trying to figure out how in the world this man got my digits, another notification pops up on my phone. This time from my choir director.
Oh,
and when I read this text, everything just started to click. Good morning, Quincy. I gave Marvin your number. Hope that was okay. Before I could even think, my thumbs were texting her back so fast, immediately I was telling her about what he said to me in the restaurant. Then she responded to me saying, he told me that you asked for his help moving out, and that you were never able to swap numbers. Ain't no way. Buddy straight lied to her just to get my federal information. I grabbed my phone and without second thought texted him, hey bro, I don't know if I gave you any inclination, but I don't go that way. A few seconds go by, then a couple minutes, when he hits me back with, all I wanted was some soap.
Bro, what? What did this nigga say?
But okay. Brother, you couldn't think of anything better than soap? The weakest lie I have ever read. I ended up just blocking bro and moving on with my life, and like a distant memory, he faded out of my existence. To this day, I don't know what got into him to lie to get my personal information, but what I do know is the moral of this story today. Moral of the story: if someone asks if you drive, just walk away.
Yo, what up, nieces and nephews? Uncle Quib here, and I want to thank y'all so much for
Hey, W video, man. That was tough.